I came across this blog a long time ago, and I just in my online reading, and I was perusing. It's called Tales of Life in Mozambique, and in it, there's information about a traveler, a world traveler, and her air. She talks a little bit about her airplane and how it had to be get an inspection, and I guess she travels all over the world. But in her travels, she landed in Mozambique, and she took some pictures, and she talks about her adventures there. Well, within the blog, there was this image of a baby elephant, and it's so cute looking. And she writes about the experience of seeing this baby elephant, and I'm going to read this text to you, and we're going to use this as an informational text. So this is um, written by a person who first-handedly witnessed this event. So this is nonfiction. She has some opinion in here, but this truly happened in Mozambique, and we can analyze this along with other texts about elephants. Here we go. This one was a little sad though, and what she means by this one is this tale, this story, this small story, because she writes about a few different events in her travels. So this one was a little sad though. This very young baby elephant was lost without its mom or the herd. This is highly unusual since elephants are very protective of their young. Travel in large matriarchal herds. Matriarchal means the mother is in charge, as opposed to patriarchal, where the father or a male is in charge of a herd. So elephants are matriarchal, with mothers being in charge of the herd, and have no predators to fear when they are together. So they have nothing to fear. There's nothing that hunts a herd of elephants. Predators would only hunt an elephant if it strayed from the herd, and that's what's so dangerous about this little baby elephant. But somehow this little guy got stranded and wandered onto one of the roads in the park. In very short order, there was a sizable snarl of traffic, since we were all drawn like magnets to this lost, lonely little soul. This is beautiful language here, and this is another reason why I wanted to read this to you. A snarl. What do you think of when you hear the word snarl? That's a pretty decent vocabulary word. I think of thorns or a bunch of bushes on the side and getting all tangled up. So this is traffic getting tangled up like branches and weeds and vines on the road, because they saw this elephant, and everybody wanted to take a closer look at it. And you could see people in the picture taking pictures, probably getting close but not too close. And I love the imagery of being drawn or attracted like magnets to this lost, lonely little soul. And what does the word soul mean? It means, in this case, it just means living being. But this precious little elephant, I'm sure we all just wanted to hop out, scoop him up, and take him home. But the thought of a very large, angry, tusked mother cautioned otherwise. Cautioned means we knew in our minds, so I'm talking for the author here, that if we went over and started touching or trying to help this baby elephant, a mother elephant, remember, herds of elephants are matriarchal, so this could be the mother of this baby elephant, maybe in charge of a whole herd, could come in, swoop in, or actually stomp in to help her baby, and this author would be in big trouble. We knew that if she should suddenly appear, we would likely be reduced to scrap metal and flat people. So that sounds pretty dangerous, right? We would likely be reduced to scrap metal and flat people. That is some pretty good imagery to get across the danger of, or for the author to imagine what the herd of huge African elephants could do to people standing next to their cars with cameras. These elephants wouldn't have any patience for humans, even if it seemed like they were being nice. Elephants aren't going to interpret it that way. After about 10 minutes of awing, shaking our heads, and scanning the surrounding bush for the large and angry mother, we managed to extricate both our emotions and the vehicle from the spot. Now, this is amazing literature written by a blogger. To extricate. To extricate means to take out of. Great vocabulary word. So, the author was able to take out, almost like a surgeon removing a dangerous thing out of a person's body, to extricate both our emotions and their vehicle, to get their vehicle out of traffic, but also to get their emotions out of that scene. Because it would be emotional to see this little baby elephant just standing there. So, what did the author do? She had to just get in her car or truck and leave, and just leave that elephant there, hoping that its mom would find it, hoping that it would find its herd that it belonged to. There are professional people, rangers, park rangers, and naturalists and scientists who could help the baby elephant, but not the author of this blog. The author of this blog is simply traveling around the country. So, we're not sure what happened to this little orphan, but I believe the park's rules are generally to let nature take its course. What does it mean to let nature take its course? That means to allow natural things to happen, to allow this animal, the wind, the weather, plants to just do their thing without human help. It might seem like this baby elephant needs a human to help it, but if you're not equipped to help, then you should just leave it alone. In this particular case, I wasn't very happy with Mother Nature. In other words, the author of this blog was going to just leave this elephant to hope that Mother Nature, which isn't real, but like pretending that there's something looking out for this elephant, would take care of it. And the author of this blog doesn't know if the elephant would be taken care of or be eaten by a predator. We don't know. And I have no idea what happened after this, but I thought it was an adorable little story and a really valuable life lesson for us. So, reread this text as you need to answer the questions in our Google form and analyze this along with other informational texts appropriately.